Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with Bumpy D on GTA 5 playing, well, banger racing apparently, with helicopters in the airport. The thing is, while one helicopter explodes, the cargo bomb is on its side and doing what no helicopter has done before or physics should allow. However, we are going to somehow get away with scraping the rotor blades along the floor for a good 10-15 seconds before taking off. I mean, it's not a happy helicopter anymore, but still the fact that took off is quite impressive. Jobson on GTA 5, this during one of our live stream races. Now, the circuit is designed to cause a little bit of silly chaos. However, we didn't expect to see such a perfect roll from a car. The purple vehicle did not come off quite so well from all of that, but that is, yeah, seriously impressive roll from the car. Nixon on Watch Dogs is trying to get his bike onto a train. Thing is, he's a little bit late arriving on the platform as the train is already setting off. It is rushed to try and jump in, carries too much speed out the other side and to splat. Yeah, not a good idea, that one. I mean, with a little bit more caution it could work, certainly. A little bit too much speed out the other side. Yeah, it's not a happy ending. Not a happy ending there at all. Y2K Pac-Man on LA Noir is trying to chase down a baddie. However, baddie's car is using an early version of the ramp car from Fast and Furious. Turns out the yellow, whatever it was, I don't know these cars at all, was able to launch the player's vehicle across the scenery. Mustang Bugatti on Forza Horizon is trying to beat a skill target carrying plenty of speed. Doesn't quite get the corner up here, or knows quite where it's supposed to be going on the corner there. However, the track has a funny way of reminding you with a clip the inside and car will go for a big old roll. Dark Squad on Sleeping Dogs is racing through. Anyways, always danger, there's plenty of things to hit. This time though it is a bin, I believe. It is a big dumpster that after initially launching the car off of some stairs, pings off the dumpster and smacks into the wall, and that will be the end of the car. That is a very much stuck upside down. Yeah, dumpsters are dangerous. Dumpsters are dangerous. We move next to a driver San Francisco. Unpoisoned SXE is driving a Ford GT. Everything was going relatively well as he's jumping around through checkpoints and so on. However, this particular set of roadworks is enough to stop the Ford in its track. The big, well, 1.5 backflips to landing on the roof. I also love the way the wing mirrors flop down when the car gets reset. Just a funny little touch. Black and red on Driven to Destruction, finding there's more ways to roll cars. Who knew? Apparently chain link fences don't like cars, and if you touch them the wrong way they will send vehicles tumbling across whatever. Amazingly he gets away with that as well. Amazingly he gets away without losing any positions whatsoever. Shelby 427 on Wreckfest is busy, well, trying to pick some modifications for his car. Decided to go for heavily armoured stuff or lighter armoured stuff. Goes to have a look at the wheels when the rammer gets a little bit bored. Essentially, it's bored of all of the shopping and decides to go for a small flight around the garage. Don't really know why. I don't know quite how. I mean, I've played a lot of Wreckfest and I've never seen this happen before. And the funny thing is that not only does it sort of fly around, it actually will then come back to a rest where it was supposed to be. I don't know what's caused it, what's gone on to decide, yes, we must go flying around the workshop at this particular moment, and quite how it ends up, like the physics ends up dumping it back down again where it should be. When it changes the wheels again, it continues to do this same weird twisty flippy fly thing around the place. This time actually landing back on its wheels where it's supposed to be. I mean, it's now not a healthy rammer anyway. There's a lot of damage on that car. I also can't get it to do it again. Next time try and change the wheels, it doesn't do anything. So, who knows? Alonso fan on F1 2017. Start of a race at Montreux. A pretty chaotic start. Cars spinning left, right and centre, just about managing to avoid a half-spinning Toro Rosso, when incoming lag spike would send the McLaren soaring through the air. And yeah, I presume it was a lag spike. Either that or the car just randomly got pinged around, somehow only managing to slightly damage the front wing, rather than, you know, entirely destroying the car. Mr. Lane on Assetto Corsa is trying one of the rally stages. Actually, I think this might be the rally stage I rallied an F1 car on many, many years ago, just looking at the track map. Either way, not in an F1 car, in a little Toyota, I believe, that wants to go for a bit of a flight. Actually, quite a bit of a flight, as it continues to bounce, twist, wobble and roll its way across. I love the camera angle. I also love the safety people not paying any attention, not worried at all about the car bouncing towards them. I love the camera angle if you just see it twisting its way over the top of the hill. When you're actually from the onboard, it's a little bit less spectacular in some ways than you initially expect. So the bounce is pretty impressive. It does a cartwheel, but then it kind of just rocks from side to side. When you're on the alternate camera angle, it looks like it's just rolled all the way down there before going over the jump, but still, impressively weird physics bouncing. Friend stuff on Assetto Corsa, racing Ferrari Formula 1 car. Now, I'm not sure if the camera's on the player. I think actually the camera's on an AI car. I don't know where the player is involved in all of this. But so there's a little bit of an incident at the top of the hill. Someone gets spun around. However, things get a lot worse at the next corner. So the leader is well off. Third, fifth. Everybody's off in the dirt now. Trying to keep track of who and where has got off into the dirt. And once they're off into the dirt, they very much bob it all up and just park. Once someone got to the inside and then gives up and parks the car, they're still approaching at the end. It's a big, impressive collection of Formula 1 cars having issues. It's almost as impressive as the old Forza 5 glitches where the F1 cars didn't like tyre bundles in the wet. Only this is just all gone on the outside and parked. But there we go. That is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips for this series, you can submit them via our forums. There'll be a link in the description at the very top of the forums is the FailRace clip submission section, and in there you can find all of the rules and how to submit them. However, that is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.